sort of just feel like you're building nicely week after the semis?
Yeah, obviously 3 wins at this time of year, especially how tight the competition is really important. I wouldn't say we're playing great. We've played well against Melbourne, and the last couple of weekends have been a bit patchy. But we win footy games, so I can't be too harsh.
That's the Sharks' way, isn't it? Sometimes it's ugly, but you get the job done.
No, I don't know about that. You can comment on that one. I don't know if it needs to be ugly. I think we've had some really good wins and defended well, but today was a little bit, as I said, a little bit patchy.
I'll let him do it.
Gal's been subbed. Gal's done 333 of them.
You put them to the sword in the last 20 minutes. How did you feel about the first 60 minutes, mate?
Yeah, well, sometimes you need to have that first 60 minutes to put them to the sword in the last 20 minutes. You need to, get them under that fatigue, and we did that. I think we just didn't complete and didn't turn the ball over where I like to, but that's the way footy is. If you work really hard, you get points late in games, and we knew we'd get points, but we needed to be patient. And in the end, I thought we were pretty patient and got points in big blocks.
An emotional day was obviously with Louis and with Lance as well. So it was sort of one of those days where...
Yeah, it's been a real roller coaster of a week. We had the start of the week, and we knew what was happening this week with some players leaving the club, and obviously Luke's last game at home. Had the Scott Morrison being named as Prime Minister, and then had the unfortunate death of Lance. So it's just been a roller coaster, and then for myself, Kyle playing his first grade debut, it's been up and down all week, but the players handled it really well, and we end up getting what we needed to do today, and I wanted to congratulate them on that, congratulate Luke on his career. My condolences go out to the Thompson family. Everyone's going to gather around him and support him. Thank the NRL for allowing us to what we did today for Lance to rest that jersey, that number 12 jersey, because he was. I know he probably didn't play. He played 38 games, I think it was, for the Sharks, but he also worked here when he finished playing, and he's lived locally, and I've had a lot to do with him over the last couple of years, and he's a wonderful person.
And Louis, was a special day for you, last game?
Yeah, absolutely. Still just running out with the boys. To be honest, the whole week's been pretty crazy, and I remember I experienced it, I suppose, when we sort of had the big week with the 300. It's actually quite draining, but in saying that, I'll look back, I suppose, in a couple of weeks and actually really enjoy the moment then instead of probably tonight. It's probably a bit of a blur at the moment, but yeah, it's been a roller coaster of a week, obviously, with the ups and downs that we've been through, and I knew Tomo as well, and he was just one of the most humble and nice blokes that I had anything to do with at this club, and always looked after us, always offered, for us and the team and the families to get out and have lunch. So that was tough as well, and then to come here and see all your friends and family in the crowd and try and perform at your best was pretty tough. But yeah, it was a great memory, something I'll cherish for a long time. But to be honest with you, I'm sort of glad it's over now, and we can really just sort of hone in on the next couple of weeks and really try and stake our claims in this premiership.
Hey, Fano, can you give us your thoughts on Cole?
Good kid, good parents. I thought he did I thought as the game went on, he got better. I'm not quite sure who. I saw a couple of senior players. I think it was actually Luke now that get a touch early and get a tackle early. So his first tackle, he clocked Sean Kenny down in the chin and give a penalty away. So I blame Luke for that one. But I thought as the game went on, he got more involved and was more comfortable. I said to the playing group at the start of the game, I knew he was going to play first grade at some stage. I just didn't know when. As a coach, not as his father, but I was really pleased that he could play today with blokes like Louis and Gal, Andrew Feeder, Matt Pryor, Aaron Woods, Josh Dugan, all those rep players, a young half coming into a team with all that experience. I think we had 8 Origin players and Test players, so if you're going to make your debut, you probably want to make it with the Sharks at present with all that experience. So did a good job and got better as time went on.
Louis, what did you make of Cole's performance?
Yeah, I'm with fun. I mean, the first game, a lot of us said to him, don't think too much about it, just go out and play your game and let Chatty sort of maybe sort out the game plan. And I think he did really well, to be honest. I think his football over the last 12 months of what I've seen, especially with him at pre-season, he's been ready to take that step. I knew it would always be hard for Flano to pick him when he gets the opportunity because it's your own son. But, yeah, look, he's done everything, ticked all the boxes all year, and he put his hand up today. And I thought he played outstanding for a half, especially with all that pressure putting on him. We didn't play our best football in the first 40 minutes. Would have put a bit more pressure on him again, but nothing really fazed him. Got out there, made his tackles, got into the mix of it pretty early, kicked pretty well and stuck to the structure of our team. So he's got a big future. He's got a lot to work on, and yeah, look, I'm just glad I got the opportunity to play with him, so I can look back in 5-6 years and say I got to play with Flano, which is pretty cool as well.
When did you break the news to him, and how did you tell him?
Well, Matty Moylan, had a bit of injury concern on Thursday. He'll be right next week, and so I knew probably Thursday night that we'd need a change there, and I told him Friday, I think it was Friday morning, once we got the scans on Matty, and as I said, he's been ready for a while, but as I said, I needed to probably overcook, make sure that he got it by injury today, and he's definitely worked hard and played well for Newdown and come through the system right. We've got a lot of players like that to come through. Jaden Brayley's brother Blake, he's not far off. Bronson Cherry. We've got a lot of good kids coming through the system, and Kyle and Jaden Brayley are probably the first ones of that elite academy that we set up about 5 or 6 years ago that are starting to bubble to the top.
Shane, that was a pretty spectacular try from Val Holmes. There's been a bit said of where he might end up long term. I mean, are you hopeful you can convince him to stay long term, or is it out of your hands?
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
My word, we want him to stay here. He said what he did today. He's a superstar. I want to keep him here long term. I know the club are doing everything we can to keep him here, and it's number one priority. He's going to be the highest try scoring player in our club. Beat Peachy today, so in his own record 19. So who knows what he's got in store next week? But he can break a game open. We want to keep him here. We'll sell one floor of the Leagues Club if we have to.
There's not too many players that could probably do what he did there, that step at full pace to fullback, is it?
Yeah, he's just got confidence. He's got that swagger, belief, and he's an athlete and a footy player.